Welcome back to Great Day. Is the TV in your house getting louder and louder? Chances are the person in control of the volume has a hearing problem. Here to demonstrate the dramatic effects of hearing loss and to show us what we can do about it, please welcome Dr. Lacey Brooks back to the show with Hearing Aid Express and her patient, Paula Kelman. Hi there. It's funny when I said, is the TV getting louder and louder and louder, you start laughing and nodding.
Well, but my mother, yes, has the TV on all the time. I don't watch TV.
So, okay, well, hopefully she's watching you right now. Right?
Maybe so. I didn't tell her.
All right, we want to give people kind of an idea of when we say hear, there's total hearing loss, and then there's that where hearing is distorted. So we want to give people an idea of what maybe someone else might be hearing who's dealing with hearing loss. So you have some sounds here.
I do for normal and the simulated.
Okay. So first we'll do like a beach sound.
Uh-huh.
Would you like some more coffee, Dad?
Yeah, that'd be great.
Okay. That's what a normal person hears.
Right.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Okay, that sounds like somebody has water in their ears,
Right.
or blockage in their ears. Okay.
Muffled.
Next is sounds in a restaurant.
Absolutely.
I like this place. It's nice.
Oh, good. I would hope.
That's what a normal person hears. You can hear the dishes in the background. You can separate the sounds, all right? But somebody else who's dealing with hearing loss.
Oh,
Okay.
good. I would
Yeah,
hope
just
you
muffled
like
sounds. Okay, and then the last one is classical music. And this is an area where a lot of people really realize that they're missing out. Okay, somebody who's dealing with hearing loss may hear. Okay, this is one that hit home for you, isn't it?
We are music lovers, and yesterday, for example, we went to the symphony and we heard Beethoven's Ninth Symphony, which most people know, composed when he was completely deaf, could not hear anything. And all of a sudden, you can hear all the 8 parts of the chorus, and you can hear each different instrument when it comes in, and it's just amazing.
Yeah. When did you realize that you were having a problem?
Actually, I had a problem since early childhood, but I didn't realize it until I was in college, which was when those little electronic beepy devices started becoming popular. Cell phones, computers, calculators.
Right.
And my father-in-law had a hearing loss. We knew that, and he needed to take medication regularly, so we bought him a little pill box that had a little beepy noise.
Yeah.
And he couldn't hear it, and I couldn't hear it.
Yeah. So you just started learning how to adapt to things. Like
I
you
became a
would
very
take
good
your,
lip reader.
Yeah, you became a lip reader. You took your cell phone and
I
put
had
it.
to wear it.
Yeah.
I couldn't have one for many years because there was none that I could hear, so then they finally made some that vibrate, so then I could wear it on my body.
Yeah.
But I can't tell you how many times I burned my battery out because I couldn't hear the beepy that tells you your lights are on.
You were in a restaurant where there's a fire.
Fire alarm.
Everybody got up and
Everybody's
started
running.
leaving.
Like,
She couldn't figure out why.
What's going on?
The fire alarm. All right. So these are just some of those telltale hints. You need to get it taken care of because it could be dangerous. So let's talk about some of the symptoms of hearing loss. You can't hear things clearly, obviously, but constantly asking people to repeat themselves.
Yes, that is one of the main complaints. Also, difficulty in noise. For instance, the restaurant. You can't hear conversation. You can hear the background racket and things of that sort.
Or you don't want to go to parties because you can't really understand people.
Yeah, so social isolation also happens.
Right. With social isolation, what is going on is you withdraw because you can't engage in conversation and you can't answer appropriately, respond to people's questions, or you just don't respond at all. So it becomes a social drawback.
Yeah.
So you kind of withdraw from your social settings and just kind of live in your own little world.
Yeah.
And it really takes the vibrance out of your life.
The question would be, so why doesn't somebody do something about it sooner? But the interesting thing is, you made the point that if you talk about eyeglasses, if you need eyeglasses, there's a store on every corner. When it comes to hearing, it's like, where exactly do you go?
Absolutely, and there's a different attitude about it because most people with the social isolation, they don't think, oh, well, it's hearing loss. It's more of a personality thing, or I'm just not I don't like the things that I used to like. But it's not that they're not enjoying them, it's that they're not participating in them to be able to get the enjoyment, to know that it's something else.
Yeah, it's also something we don't get tested very often.
Right.
I mean, we can get our eyes tested, we'll usually get them tested when we can't see very well, but with hearing, we don't go make that part of our annual physical, if you will.
And it needs to be. It needs to be, especially if you're having some of the symptoms, difficulty, or your spouse is complaining about not hearing appropriately. You do need to make that appointment. It needs to be something that's done at least on a yearly basis.
Yes.
You can do things now that you could not do 10 years ago.
You're right. You're absolutely right on that. Technology has just grown leaps and bounds.
Yeah.
Before it used to be a linear configuration where it just made everything louder.
Right.
Now we can take it, put it on the computer, and really make it for your specific hearing loss, to where if you have problems hearing the high frequencies, then we can adjust that to where that's the area.
You can hear the whole symphony, every
Right.
instrument again.
Just amazing.
All right, where is your
Right.
hearing aid at?
It's a, excuse me, great big thing that sits behind your ear.
You can't
and-
even see it. I couldn't
No.
even see it. So there's, hold it up if you can see it on the.
This
there
goes
you go.
behind the
You can
ear.
barely even see it.
You can't see it. Can anybody tell that I'm wearing these things?
No. So that's another part that's removed. All right. Thank you very, very much. Thanks for giving us that example so we can understand what people are dealing with. And for more information on Hearing Aid Express, you can call 800-348-2018, 800-348-2018, or go to hearingaidexpress.com and start listening again. We'll be right back with some